Alright, y'all. So the Steelers trimmed their roster, 53-man roster, as it was mandatory by 4 o'clock today. So we're basically just going to tell you who they released and give our opinions on it. So let's just get to it. Let's start with the wide receivers. They released wide receiver DeMarcus Ayers, Kobe Hamilton, and Marcus Tucker. I figured Marcus Tucker would be out. I'm not really surprised about DeMarcus Ayers, who was our 7th round pick. So
I mean, they really showed too much stuff.
He's a good receiver. He has really good hands, but we drafted him for special team purposes. But we didn't really see him too much in there. We saw him in punt return, but he didn't do too much. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, we might sign him to the practice squad. Hopefully, see him next season in the preseason.
Yeah.
You know. Hopefully, he can get better and evolve. Kobe Hamilton, you know, he made some good plays in the preseason, but wasn't good enough to make the roster. So, running backs, Brandon Brown Dukes, which I really didn't think he was gonna make the roster.
No.
Cameron Stingley, who sucks. He fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
In the game. So, offensive lineman Shade Bays. They have some fucked up names. Antoine. Man, see, I don't know how to
Matt
pronounce his name.
Feller, Wade Hanson. Yeah, those are offensive linemen. Cornerbacks.
Montel Gardner, Dorn Grant, which I was actually kind of surprised because he did pretty good, except for the final game. You know, he allowed some passes, but he did decent.
If you ask me, I think they're gonna put him in the practice squad and switch him to safety. See how he does.
Yeah, we're gonna switch him to safety and hopefully he can evolve. You know, so we'll see. Hopefully we see him next year.
All right, next is
Al-Haj
Shabazz, Donald Washington,
and defensive lineman Levon Hooks, Kashade Lyons,
Johnny
Maxey, and linebackers Travis Feeney, which I really saw they were going to release.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he was injured most of the training camp. We didn't see him too much in the preseason. When we did, he didn't do too much. He basically didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he has great speed to him, but.
Yeah, we also released Steven Johnson.
Which that meant Tyler Matakavage made the roster, which I'm extremely happy about. Because,
yeah, definitely.
Because he's a... I'm telling you, he's a 7th round steal, man. I'm glad the Steelers kept him. And they better do right with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if we released him, more than likely he would have went to one of our rivals, and he would have demolished us twice a year. You know? I mean, that's just how I feel. You know, I think he can be a great player for us.
Yeah.
He might even lead up to starting material in the next few years.
Mm-hmm. All right, we also released
Jameer Rasco. I mean, these guys have fucked up names. Quarterback Bryn Renner,
didn't really surprise me.
Renner, which I kind of
safety Ray Venopal.
Yeah. So that basically meant that center B.J. Finney, like I said, Tyler Matakavage, and safety Jordan Dangerfield made the roster for now. I actually think that they're going to keep Finney as a backup guard because he did pretty good as a guard.
I see us definitely keeping Matakavage.
Well, we better.
He's great talent.
Exactly. We freaking better keep him. And Jordan Dangerfield. He was all over the field in the preseason. You know, he made some good tackles and hits.
Some good freaking hits.
Yeah, so he could make the roster.
But I think he's going to be on special teams mainly.
Yeah, but if he happens to make the roster, because the Steelers can put Le'Veon Bell on the suspended list. Mm-hmm. So that means that running back, obviously DeAndre Williams is going to start week 1, and we're going to have Fitzgerald Toussaint and Dale Richardson as backups. Mm-hmm. So when Le'Veon Bell comes back week 4, that means either one of them is going to be released.
If you ask me, I think Toussaint will be released because Daryl Richardson.
He showed more, yeah.
We saw a lot more from him in preseason. I agree. He looks like a really good running back.
He got good speed to him, you know. We're just gonna have to wait and see, you know.
Yeah. So
those are who the Steelers cut. Pretty good in my opinion. You know, hopefully we see more from DeMarcus Ayers and Dorn Grant in maybe next year, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see them again so they can improve and maybe even make the roster next year.
So in the comments below, put in your opinions on what you think about the cuts.
And who you think should have made the roster and who you think shouldn't have made the roster.
So like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Peace!